The Wuthering Waves anniversary patch was an absolute failure. It failed. It sucked. It was doggy doo-doo. It was terrible. It was a travesty. It was an outrage. Well, at least that's what a few people in the Wuthering Waves community are saying. Let me explain. And as always, my fellow flames of Amethyst, if you enjoyed the videos here I put out on the channel, and if you enjoyed this video today, please like the video, comment down below, and subscribe if you are new. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I do believe we can hit that goal. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, a couple of days ago, I was over here at Twitter, and I posted this. So, what's everyone's honest thoughts on the Wuthering Waves 1-year anniversary patch? I'm curious because I genuinely was curious to see what people thought of the patch so far. As we all know, there was controversy pre-launch of the patch. Not only were the lack of rewards pissing people off, but also on top of that, people weren't happy that the reruns weren't guaranteed, and people weren't happy with the content they showed, and to them it didn't feel like an anniversary patch, just an ordinary patch. And I said in a previous video, if they took the anniversary name out of it and just said, this is the Wuthering Waves 2.3 livestream, I think people would have been a little bit more forgiving about the patch, and I think people wouldn't have really got as angry as they did. But that's just my opinion. That's what I just think it would have been. But anyway, let's go through the reviews and the mixed emotions of people down below here in the comments. So first we have Siren, who is another content creator in the gacha scene. She's also a cosplayer. Disappointingly mid, but hopefully 2.4 is an actual patch with actual content. So she wasn't too happy with the patch. I haven't actually seen her satisfied with a lot of the recent patches. I think she liked 2.2, I think, if I remember correctly, or she liked the story of 2.2, but I can't remember. But she's not too happy about 2.3, and she's hoping 2.4 is a better patch. Chair, who is another fan of the channel, he's my #1 fan. He really is, and also he's Captain Kabinetsu's editor. Much love to you, Chair. Hope you're doing well, brother. Worst patch since 1.2. But I like the cubes. We're going to see a lot of these. We're going to see a lot of people saying that the cubes are something they like. I personally did not give two shits about the cube events. I do not care. Personally, I'm happy people are enjoying it. I didn't care about it. Personally, I don't care. But he's saying it's been the worst patch since 1.2. Now, those who don't remember what this patch was, this was the Zhang Liao patch. We got the free Zhang Liao. It was the festival patch. I actually had a good time playing 1.2. So to me, this isn't the worst case scenario. This isn't exactly a terrible thing to see people compare it to 1.2, because I thought 1.2 was pretty good. I actually thought there was worse patches than 1.2. But anyway, next we have, doesn't look like an anniversary patch, but I'll wait for 2.4 before coming to any conclusions. Anyways, it's not something I was ever bothered with, so it's all good by me. So basically someone was like, it's okay. I've been having a good time with the patch. It wasn't what I was hoping for an anniversary level patch, but it was alright. It was decent. It was okay. And he's hoping that 2.4 is going to be pretty good as well, as I think we all are as well. Next we have Shotgun Shogun saying, I don't know how Kuro could make so many mistakes in one patch and get away with it. There are too many to list, but I'm sure we've all had at least one thing happen that has had us hitting a side eye here and there. It's unfortunate, but I fuck with the cube events. I dig it. Again, another person who is enjoying the cube events, but overall didn't really like the patch. Now, I am someone that enjoyed the Zani storyline. I know a lot of people that didn't enjoy it. I overall enjoyed the Zani storyline. I thought the Super Saiyan was cool. I thought the Undercity was cool. I think Zani as a character is pretty cool. And overall, I thought it was a pretty good character quest. But I understand if people have their problems with it. That's fair enough. I personally had a good time playing it. I enjoyed both of the holograms they released. I thought they were both challenging and fun, and I saw a lot of people getting angry at them, myself included. I got very angry fighting these holograms, but I enjoyed the hologram events. Now, the patch, in my opinion, has been pretty barren. I've not really found myself streaming or logging into the event. I've found it to be, other than the things I've just mentioned, like the Zani story quest and the hologram quests, the hologram things, it's been okay. I don't really care about the cube events. The holograms were fun, and the Zani quest, in my opinion, was pretty cool and fun.
Other than that, it's been pretty barren. We're about to enter the second phase in the second half of the patch, and we're going to be getting the spin-off version of the Depths of Elusive Realm. So if that's a success, and if I enjoy the new Depths of Elusive Realm spin-off remake thing, then I'll vocalize that. Then I'll say, you know what, the first half of the patch was slow and pretty barren and boring, but they pulled through in the second half of it. They actually made up for it in the second half with the things they're releasing over the second half of the patch. I'll vocalize that. But until then, so far, it's been pretty mid myself, to be honest. Anyway, let's continue. Pretty mid. I think they could have front-loaded the events a bit more, as the first half of the patch is super barren. Other than the Bowser Castle event, everything just seems to be a glorified logging event. Next we have good enough. I had my expectations at low already, so I'm just happy with what I got. We were already eating good. Any more better than that is just diminishing returns. So I'm happy with what I got reminds me a lot of the Genshin Impacts. Well, it's better than nothing. You know, it's better than nothing. I hope this helps, but it's better than nothing. Hey, I'm glad this person is enjoying the patch, but saying I'm just happy with what I got, and you know, your expectations were low anyway. So if your expectations were low going into the patch, then obviously anything that you get, you're going to be happy with, right? Next we have Sam saying, as much as I love Woowa, the patch was mid. Even if I forgot that it's an anniversary patch, the main event was cute and nice, but it wasn't that great. Again, it was colorful, it was cute, but it's not really what I would want in Wuthering Waves. I would like actual Depths of Elusive Realm to return. Holograms, they are releasing, they are continuing to release, which is good. The character stories are good. When they release a main story patch, they always cook, in my opinion, with the main story patches. I just think the events themselves are pretty doggy doo-doo, to be honest. I do think the Cube event was not up my alley, and I know a lot of people that thought it was mid, or yeah, it was fun for a little bit, but it's not really what I'm looking for. But then again, we can see people enjoying it. Me personally, I would like more events like the multiplayer events that we had, like the boss rush events and the 2.0 multiplayer event, where it's like a dungeon crawler where you and your friends go through the dungeons and solve puzzles and take on mobs of enemies and then fight a big boss at the end. We got that in 2.0. I wish that was permanent, and I wish they just renewed the rewards every patch. I would like more events that are a lot more stimulating and more engaging rather than a cube event. That wasn't good to me. This is my opinion, by the way. This is my opinion. People are going to disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm open to debate. I'm open to talk about the patch. I'm open to anyone discussing the patch with me and what they liked, what they didn't like, and what they agree and disagree with me with. Mid, expecting great things from 2.4 though. A lot of people are mid, again, boring as fuck. 4 out of 10. It's alright, more than I personally expected, to be honest, garbage. So overall, the comments were mixed to more often negative. I didn't think I'd see that many negative comments. I saw a couple that said it's mid, and some people say they enjoyed the Cube event, so I thought it was going to be mixed, but it looks like it's been a lot more negative than it was positive. Here's my opinion. The patch so far isn't complete. It hasn't finished. We're going into the second phase, the second half of the patch. And when the second half and the second phase of the patch is concluded, I will give my final thoughts and final review on the patch. 2.4 looks like we're going into Septemon. There is a live stream on the 30th of this month. I will be there on Twitch, and I will be there to make a video on the patch and what I'm looking forward to and what I'm not looking forward to about the 2.4 patch. But yeah, I did not really care about the first half of this patch. The rewards were doggy doo-doo, to say the least, but I think every single content creator pointed out that the rewards for an anniversary patch were underwhelming and shit. Don't care about the Cube event. I've said that about 10 times in this video. I'll repeat myself again. I don't care about the Cube event. The holograms were fun. Zani quest was pretty cool. I got an S6 Zani, so the content I cleared rather quickly because her damage output is next to broken. Near enough is broken. I thought the rerun banners were shit because the fact that, in my opinion, they should have been guaranteed. You select a character from the past year that you wanted, and at the end of the 80th pull, it should have been a guaranteed banner unit. So, for instance, if you selected Jan for the Phase 1 version of the reruns, then I don't think you should have gotten early. I think you should have gone all the way to the pity, which is 80, and then that 5-star that you get would have been a John guarantee. That's personally what I think those rerun banners should have been, because then it's a guaranteed unit regardless whether you go for the new units or not. You know, it's like, oh well, I could win or lose to 50-50 on the new units, but on the bright side I got a guaranteed new unit from phase 1 and phase 2. And it would entice new players to also be excited for the game. Bearing in mind, my opinion only, I would like some of the old events to make a return, like a lot of the old multiplayer events. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new. I'm open to debate and talk with anyone that wants to talk about the anniversary in the future. And yeah, thank you for listening to me yapping and listening to me reacting and reviewing these comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day.